What's up, everyone? Mike here, and we have a massive Granblue Fantasy Relink update to go over in this video, as the first big update for the game has been detailed. And that's not all, because on top of that, we got more information about the May update and a first look at some of the new characters and actions. So a lot of new information coming out to take in here. Then on top of that, Granblue Fantasy will be getting more information maybe at the end of the year, probably before that, as the Granblue Fantasy Fest has been announced for 2024. More on that towards the end of this video, though. It's scheduled for December, but keep in mind there will be other updates throughout the year. This is not an, oh, we won't have any other major updates past May until December thing, just to be clear. However, first, let's talk about publisher Side Games and developer Side Games Osaka sharing new information and footage for the Granblue Fantasy Relink version 1.1.0 update due out on March 14th. This marks the game's first major update, but obviously it has received smaller patches and fixes since it released. New quest, the final vision, will be dropping March 14th. This is a brand new free quest that'll be rolling out for the game. You don't have to pay anything for all the upcoming patches, at least all up until May. The content being rolled out is free. Just keep that in mind. Coming March 14th, new content and adjustments to come, along with a new quest, the final vision. This is something many have been looking forward to. Sandolphin has a quest for you, and he'll be joining you in battle against Lucilius as a guest character. Sandolphin is voiced by Howard Wang in English and Kenichi Suzumura in Japanese. This primal beast commands the archangels, who themselves are primals created to regulate the sky realm. He also oversees the Sky Realm's Tetra elements. Not only that, Sandolphin will join the roster as a playable character in version 1.3.0, arriving May 2024, so we got that to look forward to in the May update. This final battle against Lucilius has already been detailed in previous patch notes. You can also check out my previous Granblue Fantasy Relink video that goes over those details too. The link is in the description. That is update 1.1.0. And again, it has been noted in the past update that this is going to be a very challenging boss fight, which means you have to take a lot of preparation to be ready for this. It's been a little while since the game has been out, so I imagine many of you have those preparations already made. Just a reminder, this fight is not part of Granblue Fantasy Relink's storyline, but is more of a simulation of the final showdown with Lucilius from Triple O. The impossible difficulty Lucilius from mobile Granblue Fantasy has all the elements of a challenging RPG fight. We wanted to take those elements and translate them into Granblue Fantasy Relink's brand of action, all while recreating the animations and badass vibe of the original. I'm honestly not too familiar with Granblue Fantasy mobile games, so a lot of this is new to me, and maybe it's new to many of you as well. I'm sure the boss battles should be something thrilling to take on, and the devs want to create something action game fanatics can really sink their teeth into, and claim they are not lying when they say it's extremely tough. So there you go with that. That is the final vision quest. And reminder, Sandolphin will be joining you in battle for this quest, but him being a playable character won't be until the big May update. We have no idea what's to come after May. We know March with this Lucilius quest update, and then in April, we'll get some new characters to play as, and May with the update 1.3.0, that'll be Sandolphin being added to the roster as well. Before we get to that in May, version 1.2.0 update coming late April 2024. New quests and character adjustments to come, along with playable characters, Seofan and Tuyen. And these are going to be the exciting new characters that'll be free to play, check out, play as. Don't know too much about them right now. There will be another showcase as well too, Granblue Fantasy Showcase Part 3 for Relink will premiere on April 25th, and I imagine that's going to go in better detail about these characters, as well as May update as too. So, and possibly, you know, talk about some plans and roadmaps and whatnot beyond the May update. My guess is also they will show off even more characters possibly at this showcase too, beyond what they've already confirmed and talked about. The first footage of the April characters, Seofan and Tuyen, has dropped, so you can check out gameplay footage of them, which looks very stylish, and hopefully at this Relink April showcase event, we get updates on what's to come beyond May, because that is on the minds of many, including myself. Like, what are we actually getting after that? And I would not be completely against a paid expansion as long as we get a great amount of content for the price, and the content is super fun to go through. We see so far Granblue Fantasy Relink is getting consistent updates, and that should continue for the rest of the year at least. I don't know if this game would get Moss Hunter World levels of a paid expansion, where Iceborne added so much, and I believe was roughly like 75% of the base game in terms of the amount of content we got in it. But if they go that route, I would of course be very excited and hyped about it. Keep in mind, we should manage our expectations and must factor in how well this game sells going forward, which would dictate and influence if we ever get a paid expansion and the size of it, etc. I just figure since they have the foundation here built to what it is now, especially with how long the game development took for it, with switching dev teams at one point, because I believe Platinum Games were handling this before Cygames took over development for the game, and they have done a great job overall so far. So making some good DLC for this should not be too difficult at this point, as it seems they know, what they're doing with this game. They seem to be in their groove with the game, anything like that, and have some good plans for it. It's also great it's on PS4, PS5, and PC, but it would be awesome if they can add crossplay to the games, like across all platforms. I know it's crossplay, I believe, between PS4 and PS5, but it's not between PC and PlayStation. So I would very much like this in a future update if possible, so that way more people can play together no matter the platform they're on, right? And if they want to go even further, they can put Granblue Fantasy Relink on the Switch or the next Switch system, Switch 2, or wherever the heck it's going to be called officially, right? That Nintendo brings out next year. That could easily, be a good system seller for the next Switch game. A lot of people that would probably prefer to play this on the go. That'd be fantastic. I can see this definitely being like a on the go type of game type of thing, So why not, That would be smart in my opinion to get even more players into it. And with adding crossplay, allow people to play with their friends no matter the system they're on. So like crossplay on Nintendo with PlayStation and PC, especially with crossplay already has become like an industry standard at this point. One last thing I do want to note is I can see this being an IP they want to heavily invest in going forward, and Cygames will host Granblue Fantasy Fest 2024 in December, like the years before it. This year's exhibition will feature a stage program, concerts, exhibitions, attractions, and more for attendees to experience the world of Granblue Fantasy. This event will also host the Only Here Users Award in Granblue Fantasy Fest 2024, which will award users in ranking format based on various aggregated player data. Rankings include fastest title acquisition, weapons count, multi-battle subjugation count, and more. High-ranked users may even receive lavish prizes. So a lot of cool stuff to see and do at this event in December, and there is a lot of potential here for this game to become even bigger than it is now. And I hope it does in a positive way without the devs and publishers getting corrupt by corporate greed, etc. That wraps up this video, as we got the final Vision quest to look forward to on March 14th. The April update adds 2 new playable characters, and May update gives us Sandolphin as a playable character. So what do you think about all this? Are you looking forward to the hardest boss fight in the game against Lucius, or the new playable characters coming? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I hope this video was helpful to you, and if you enjoyed it, please hit the like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, as it helps out a lot and is always appreciated. My name is Mike. Thanks for watching.